Hello folks, how you doing? Always nice to be back in VC making a video, showing records, talking music, and all that good happiness stuff. I was going to make this video about a week or a week and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer ago, but I got so caught up in what's going on in the world as far as war, as far as innocent people being killed, and innocent people being injured, all the destruction, explosions, bombs going off. I really felt like talking about records really wasn't important. or you know, there's bigger things going on in the world, and to sit here and talk about records to me seems silly. So I postponed doing a video for a while because I just didn't feel right doing it. And I don't know if even that makes sense or not. And as far as what's still going on in the world, I still feel exactly the same. Not much has changed, but I think we can all do with taking a little bit of break from all that, just to remember things that made us happy. And then, you know, the bad news on the TV news, it will be waiting for us when we're done. Let's put it that way. So, all the sad things aside, I'm going to show some records now and just remember how happy records and music makes me, and it gives me a break from the things that are just kind of bringing my spirits down. But I'm not ignoring it. I just need a break. Anyway, let's talk about some records. So first up is the Van Halen that everyone is showing. So it needs no introduction. But what the hell? Collection 2, the Hagar years, Sammy Hagar years, which is covering the years, if I can see it on here. I just saw it on here. Where is it? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, Studio Rarities. Okay, so basically this is all the Sammy Hagar albums from Van Halen, which is 5150, OU812, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, Balance, and the set also came with the vinyl rarities, Studio Rarities, from the years 1989 to 2004. And here comes my big beef with this whole collection, which is the same as everyone else's big complaint. This portion of the collection, which is Studio Rarities, is the only album that has, you know, these poly-lined sleeves. And it's a nice looking record too. The Van Halen logo on here looks great. But the rest of the albums in this collection does not have a poly-lined inner sleeve. And I'm telling you, this, when I first got this and trying to pull the records out of the sleeves, the static electricity was so bad, it was kind of difficult to get the records out without thinking you're going to damage the album. And of course I got my own polyline sleeves for the rest of the records. But as much as this costs, and this is like $130, I mean, they should be putting polyline sleeves on these damn things. On all of them, not just one of the records. Okay, end of rant. But that is my complaint. Alright, so anyway, the Studio Rarities. This is the one I was most curious to listen to. It's great to have the song Humans Being on vinyl. I'm really happy to have that on vinyl. That's really what I was looking for. And the three songs after that, It's About Time, Up for Breakfast, Learning to Be, which was on a Best of Both Worlds compilation some years back. That makes up Side 2, those 4 songs. And they all sound great together. I was really only looking forward to Humans Being, but I gotta admit the other 3 songs sound really good on this collection. Side A, however, Apolitical Blues, I've never been a fan of that song. It's a Little Feat cover. I remember first hearing it on the CD version I had of OU812, and I didn't like the song then. I don't like it now, even on vinyl. So I skip over that one. The instrumental, God damn it. Bolitharium or something like that. I'm sure I'm just butchered that name. It's a good instrumental. It's a good instrumental. I wish it was on the Balance album on vinyl. It's on my CD, but that was always left off. But it's a good song. Crossing Over. I never heard it until this collection. It's okay. I'm not like crazy about the song, but it's okay. It's okay. Respect the Wind, which was another instrumental, which was in the ending credit scenes of the movie Twister. Human's Being was in that. The song Human's Being was in that soundtrack too. It's okay. So side one really doesn't do much to excite me other than the one instrumental from Balance. Other than that, I don't really think there's much of a reason to listen to side one. But side two is killer. So there we go. That's my review of that. Anyway, these remasters sound fantastic. And look, like I said, here is the original insert with the lyrics in the back, and I put the album in a polyline sleeve, so protect the record. Protect the investment, I guess you could say. Anyway, I had all these albums on vinyl to begin with, including For Unlawful Calling Knowledge and OU812 and Balance. These sound better. These do sound better. Especially this one. The remix, well, the remastering, because it's not a remix, of 5150 sounds great. It sounds absolutely great. I could have wanted some more bottom end, but it's still an improvement over my used copy. So really happy with that. I'm a big fan of this album. I couldn't wait to hear this remastered. And besides the rarities, this was the first one I jumped to. And man, it sounds really good. I think I've played just this album by itself a good 3 or 4 times in its entirety already. And I really, really enjoy it. So I'm not getting tired of that one. So really love me some 5150. And the remix, like I said, the remaster, I keep saying remix. Sounds great. And then we have this one, OU812. And albums are just sliding out of here. Good Christ. Let's put this back where it belongs. Alright. Where were we? There we are. OU812. I have this on vinyl. I had a promo copy, actually, for years. Which sounded good. This sounds a lot better. A lot better. I wouldn't say it sounds tons better, but it does sound better. You do notice sonically a big difference. Again, I wish there was more low end in this, but it is an improvement over the used copy I've been listening to for years. And the music's great on here. I just like the real hard rockin' songs. AFU Naturally Wired, Source of Infection, Sucker in a Three-Piece, Black and Blue are my favorite songs on this record. But I also like the keyboard songs on here, which would be Mine All Mine, When It's Love. Feels So Good, I guess is... I've never been a fan of that song. I definitely don't like Finish What You Started. I didn't like that song when it was new. I don't like it now. It's just one of the worst Van Halen or Van Hager songs ever recorded. I think it's like probably the worst song on this collection, but it was a hit for them, and they still play it live, and people still love it. I don't know why, but they do. I could skip. That's usually when I go to the bathroom and they play that song, because I know I'm not missing anything. But I really love this album. It came out in the summer of '88. It came out right when I graduated from high school. And this was my favorite album to listen to. I had it on cassette back in the day, back in '88, and saw them on this tour. The Monsters of Rock tour when it came to San Francisco, when they were with the Scorpions and Dokken and Metallica and Kingdom Come. That's the first time I saw Van Halen live, and I had a great time. That was a great day. So this album means a lot to me. A lot of great memories attached to OU812. Absolutely love it. So, and the remaster sounds really good. All right, this right here, For Unlawful Calling Knowledge. This is the best, audio-wise, the best upgrade. I do have this on vinyl. I have a European pressing of it on vinyl. This sounds so much better, way better. And here's the original sleeve that came with it, and God forbid I could put a record down just to show you something, but I really like the original sleeve, especially that photo. I always dug that photo. It's a cool photo of the band, so love it. And the label, they put these generic Warner labels on it, but oh well. It's the music that matters, not the label. And the music's killer on this album. Of all the, 5150 is my favorite Van Hagar album. This one comes in second to that. It's just a great record, and I saw them on this tour twice. Saw 2 shows on this tour, both of them in Sacramento. The concert tour for this album was fantastic. Even the live album came from that tour. So, really good album. But the remaster on this sounds so much better than the vinyl copy I have, the European pressing. The low end is better. The mids and the highs are well balanced. You can hear a lot of guitars crystal clear, cymbals are nice and crisp. Snare drum sounds great. The vocals sound amazing. They're layered so beautifully on top of the music, and the low end is really strong on this one. So I think this got the biggest improvement sound-wise on this collection was this album compared to what I had before on vinyl. Big improvement, and I think I like every song on here. Spanked, I usually skip over. I definitely skip over In and Out and Man on a Mission. Man on a Mission, In and Out, those songs just, they didn't grow with me. So for the first time listen, I played those songs. I played the whole album in its entirety. Now that I've come back to this, I usually skip Spanked, I skip In and Out, and I skip Man on a Mission, but listen to the rest of the album, which is really, really good. And like I said, the remaster on this, it sounds so good. So good. So it's like listening to this album again for the first time. I was real excited when I got this. Alright, the last one, Balance. I also have this on vinyl, and another European pressing. My European pressing actually sounded pretty good, I thought. So I was always happy with the sound of that record. And this one does sound better. I wouldn't say it sounds miles and miles better than the other one, but it does sound better. It does have more of a punch to it, but the mids and lows, the mids and the highs are handled a lot nicely. This is a weird album cover. This is a cool photo of the band, but this is pretty strange. But this, it has a cool sleeve too. Some band photos. On the CD, these were colored. Each band member had their own color. I can't remember which color for which guy, but they went black and white on the album sleeve, which is fine. And the back is just lyrics. And the same boring Warner label on here, but so I won't bother to show that. But music is really good on this. I've always loved this album. It wasn't the most successful Van Hagar album, but I thought there was some really good songs on it. I love Seven Seal, Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. Amsterdam sounds great. I love the guitar in Amsterdam. I like Big Fat Money. And I know a lot of my friends who are normally into Van Halen couldn't stand that song back in the day, and I'm sure still now, but yeah, I really loved that song. Doing Time wasn't bad. It's a drum percussion thing, instrumental, but it sounds cool. Aftershock is definitely a killer song. Love it. Strung Out is weird. It's him torturing a piano, Eddie Van Halen. Then it goes into the song Not Enough. I've never been a fan of that song. I put this right down there with Finish What You Started. And they even played the song on David Letterman's show. And they actually sounded good doing it. I'm just not a fan of that song. I really wish they left it off the album and put something else, anything else. Don't like that song at all. Take Me Back, Deja Vu is a really good song. Starts off with some acoustic guitar playing from Eddie, some really melodic singing vocals from Hagar. It's a really uplifting song. I love that song. I saw on YouTube there was a live version of it that sounded really good too, and ends with a great song called Feeling. A good remaster, a really good remaster. And like I said, it does sound better than my European pressing. Not much better, but better. Overall, I really love this collection. And yeah, it was $130, but you get 5 records in here. 5 records, and the overall, the remastering of all these albums are very good. And it's a nice package. And other than no polylined inner sleeves on the other records, I'm very happy with this. I'm really happy with this. I thought it was worth the $130 because you get a lot of good value for your money and a lot of music for your money. And I was really happy with this. I'm still happy with this, and I'm so happy this is in my collection now. I'm going to be spinning this for a long time and getting a lot of pleasure and joy out of it. I'm so glad I got it. So there he is. There we are, the Van Halen Collection 2 box set. Alright, let's move on to other records here. Very excited to get this one. Now that it's mine. Steven Wilson, The Harmony Codex. His latest solo record. And I gotta admit, because he first started releasing videos so you can get the first listen before the actual album came out. And I think the first song that he released was Economies of Scale. And I wasn't, watching the video, I wasn't too crazy about the song. Maybe it was the video, because I'm not a big fan of the video. I watched it once when it first was released, and I never watched or listened to it again. Once was enough. But when I spin the song on this album, I tend to like it a lot more, and I can't really understand why. What was the other one? Impossible Tightrope was the other one. Really cool instrumental, some cool time changes, some good prog fusion jamming on it. Video was visually interesting, so I did like the visuals on the video, but again, only watched it once and never watched it again. It just didn't pull me back. And and then I think the next song might have been What Life Brings, and I've never watched that video, and I've never listened to that song until I got my hands on this, because by that time I really wasn't that excited about this record coming out, because those 2 songs that he had already released really didn't grab me and connect in a big way with me. And I was actually thinking about not purchasing this album. When the pre-sale was announced, I didn't jump on it. I waited and dragged my feet. I think I ordered this on Amazon right in the middle of October, maybe a little bit before, like maybe around October 8th or 10th. Somewhere around there is when I finally decided to order this on Amazon. And it came like 4 days later. And once I started spinning this on my stereo, my turntable, then I loved it, the music. Then I was excited. And it's on orange vinyl. Which way does this go? Yeah, it's this way. So it's on orange vinyl. Really nice color. Really nice package. So I really like the way this whole package is put together. It's just the standard album on orange vinyl. I didn't get the deluxe whatever edition. I gotta say, now that I've listened to it in its entirety, minus the video and all the visuals that come with the video, I like this record. Now I'm excited about the new music. For some reason, when he was releasing those videos, Steven Wilson releasing the videos, I just could not get excited about it. It was like, song's okay. I have no desire to listen to it again. But since I bought the record and started listening to the record, the exact same music, now I'm very enthusiastic about this, and I would love to see him live and watch him perform this live. That would be fantastic. And not much going on in the gatefold, but it does have a gatefold. There's the back cover. I really do like the music on here. Now the music that I mentioned, though the videos didn't really do much for me, listening to on the album did. I finally got to hear what life brings while I was listening to it on the turntable for the first time. It's a great song, and I'm really glad now that I have this one. And the song "Rock Bottom" sounds great too. Actually, I'm pretty positive by saying this. I think I like every song on this album. It's different from him. It's a little different. Very synthesizer keyboard heavy. And there's a little bit of prog fusion jamming here and there on the record. But I'm real happy with this with just the variety that you get on this album. There's a good variety of music on here, and a few songs that surprise you, like you didn't expect Steven Wilson to go there. And so there's a lot of element of surprise, at least for me there was, on this record. I'm pretty happy with this. I actually like listening to this. I enjoy it. And hopefully he comes to Northern California, and I'll get a ticket to go see a show, because I can't wait to hear this music live. That would be something really cool. So really down with this album. Even though it took a while for me to get any enthusiasm about it. And I kept hearing good reviews too before I ordered this record. He was having these listening parties of his record, of his album, with the whole surround sound bit, multiple speakers. And people who were fortunate enough to listen to this were giving it great reviews. So that made me curious. I think that's what pushed me to actually finally put some money down on Amazon and have it shipped to me. And I'm glad I did, because great album. I love it. Alright, let's move on. I ain't spending too much time on that. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, live at Wembley, 1974. Here we go. I actually bought this 2 months ago. And a long story about this. I feel ashamed to admit this, but I actually got this for free. I didn't shoplift it. I went to a record store to get this, along with other albums. And the lady behind the counter told me the price of everything, this album and all the other stuff that I was getting. And it caught me by surprise, because I thought that it was a little cheaper than what I thought it would be. And I just thought, oh, well, I must have made a mistake in my math. I handed her my debit card, paid what I owed, she gave me my records, and I was off on my way. When I got in the car, I was still thinking about it. I looked at the receipt and looked at my records and realized she forgot to charge me for this. She charged me for everything else, not this. And this is like a $40 record. About 40 bucks. And I got it for free. And I was like, well, this is a record store I go to a lot. I spend a ton of money there. I still go there, and I'm still going to spend a ton of money there. So I just saw it as like, hey, they gave me a free gift. Considering how much money I drop in this place. So basically, this is my free copy of Dark Side of the Moon. Live from Pink Floyd. And this is a great live album. I love listening to this. I love listening to these early versions of these songs, live versions of these songs, because they just, they had no experience playing these songs live. It was the first tour. I have, after Roger Waters left the band, I have the live albums after he left, and, they really know what they're doing with this music now, because they had been playing it for years. But this was the first tour of them doing this album. So it was really cool to hear the different live versions of this than what I'm normally used to hearing. So really cool for that. And it's great to get a live record of this. like I said, from the first tour. It's kind of, I am a Pink Floyd fan. Of course, I don't have all their albums on vinyl, but I do love listening to them, what I do have, and this is great. And it came with two posters actually. Big ones too, big posters. I'll show this one because I like this one. This is like a poster of the band. And there's no way I could fit this whole thing. But look at that, isn't that cool? I love this poster. This is my favorite one. I really like this. The cartoon characters of each member of the band is just, it makes me feel good. I like it. I'm glad they included this. And here's the second poster. This will look very familiar to Floyd fans. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I like this one too, but I like the cartoon character of each member more. But I do like this as well. So, two very nice posters to go with this, and a wonderful live recording. Of course, we like it more when it's free, but even if I paid for it, I still would have liked it. So there we go. So Pink Floyd. Let's show this one. This is a 12-inch single. I have never seen this before. I paid $5 for it. And, well, I'll just show it. It's from Bruce Springsteen. The song is called Rosalita Come Out Tonight, backed with the song Riding in the Street and Night. The song Night. I've never seen this on a 12-inch single before, this song. I remember back in the day MTV would show this music video, and the music video was just a live in concert footage. And it looked like a cool concert too. And here's the back of it. This record is badly warped. Still plays just fine, but it is pretty badly warped. And I didn't realize that until I got it home. I should have taken it out and did this, and I would have saw that it is badly warped. It looks, I guess it doesn't look bad here, but trust me, it's badly warped. Badly warped. But it's so cool to have this on a 12-inch single. Kind of a long song, 7 minutes 2 seconds, but very, very cool. I still remember the live video that they used to play on MTV. It was actually one of my, it made me like the song. And when I saw this in a record store, I was excited to see it because, number one, I like the song, and I've never seen this as a 12-inch single, so it was a cool no-brainer. I was going to grab it. Figured $5, not bad. And then I realized why it was only $5. I think it's pretty warped, but it still plays, like I said, and it still plays just fine. So there we go. All right, the last record on this, because I think I'm babbling, just babbling. A very common record, but I never had it before. It's ZZ Top Eliminator. My thing with ZZ Top is I like ZZ Top, but they play the same damn songs on classic rock radio all the time. There's LaGrange, and then there's Legs, and Gimme All Your Lovin'. Those are the songs I always hear on classic rock radio, and I'm telling you, I'm sick to death of those songs. Just sick to death of hearing them. They're good songs, don't get me wrong. When I first heard them, I thought they were cool. But classic rock radio has been pounding it in your head, and I just don't want to hear those songs anymore. And that's why I never bought this album. And what a mistake I made, because I like every song on this album, especially the song TV Dinners. I love TV Dinners. I like the video, because the video is something different than what they normally would do. Normally it's the cool car that we associate with ZZ Top and a lot of hot chicks. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but TV Dinners had a theme to it, a little alien that comes out of the TV dinner once it's in the microwave. I don't know, that I always loved that video, because MTV didn't really play it all that much, so I didn't really get to see it that much and didn't get to hear the song that much, but that's probably why I like it, because it wasn't rammed down my throat. So it's on the Warner label. And I think it came with the original insert. Oh yeah, but not much to it. Just a picture of the car. Nothing in the